Hi, I'm Deborah. I'm a senior garden and I garden in Northern California, Zone 9B. In today's video, I will be doing a walkabout of my garden, assessing a list of things that need my attention, things I need to fix, change, and I may or may not be going through those fixes in this video. So join me. So starting this garden walkabout, looking for things that need to be addressed. As I find them, I'll compile a list of the issues and concerns. So first up here is my agave bed, and you can see it still has the damage from when the peahens and turkeys dug up this side over here. I haven't replanted yet. I need to figure out how to keep them out of this area before I waste any more supplies planting material there. This fountain could use some trimming back of some of the dead spent leaves. This side of the agave garden they have not touched. So, and here's the bird scare disc I put up thinking they would scare off the turkeys and the peahen, but they did not. Okay, so we'll just go back around here and start on the first path and continue our walkabout. So I'm approaching my watering can bed, and you may see some white spots. That is diametris earth that I put down. And this poor hibiscus here has been struggling. I'm not sure how to help it. But the diametris earth was put down to help with the ants. So the ants have been in this bed, and the ants themselves don't harm the plants, but what they can do is indirectly harm the plants by farming sap-sucking pests like aphids, which lead to rapid pest population growth and can cause sooty mold. I think this may be what happened to my sun star. It just sort of just like collapsed on me and went away. But yep, this is where I've sprinkled it, and I'm not seeing any ant activity, which is a good thing. All along the edge, they were crawling here. But also this area here, my native soil is clay, which can trap water and have drainage issues. So here, I've noticed that the water was just standing, so I dug a trench so the water could have runoff. I'm researching the use of using a pelletonized gypsum to break up the clay soil and help with drainage. So that's for a future task. But yeah, I'm hoping that works out for me. But this dahlia, I just picked this one up and haven't actually put it in the ground. I got it from Lowe's clearance for just $5. She's really pretty, I think. Can't wait to get her in the ground. I'm also happy that it's consistent with my color palette, which is fostering the intention and layering that I have going on. And since the dahlia is so tall, placing her in the back, helps with layering. The roses are doing really well. I'm thinking I need to stake those up too before they get a little top heavy. And right here, this poor strawberry isn't doing as good. I'm not sure if it's not getting enough water. And right here, something has been digging. I think I'll need to put out some critter away. In this section right here. I think it's the neighbor's cat. I think he thinks my garden bed is a kitty litter or something. And the interesting thing is I have this pest repellent, which is supposed to repel dogs and cats and animals and squirrels, but as you can see, something's been digging over here. So, and that stays on 24/7. Not sure why it isn't repelling whatever that is, but okay. So I'll just walk around more. This is my little vignette. This lovely character vignette always brings a smile to my face. I placed it right here near the front door entry as a welcome for guests. I think it's charming. So this colas plant is doing really well. I had a few weeks back did a video on the heat and helping your plants with surviving the heat. This guy was getting heat damage, and so I put up the sunshade here, and I have another one across the way here. Oh boy, I probably need to power wash this driveway. And it was not getting heat damage, and so it was pretty healthy and fine. But now that I've put up the sunshade for the other coleus, it's outperforming, which is a good thing, I guess. And here's the white vinca that I put in, and it doesn't look so spiffy. I think maybe it's not getting enough water. I need to kind of figure out what's going with it, because it should be full and doing well, because vinca usually loves the heat, and this area gets lots of sun, so I'm not sure. And of course, this pear tree volunteer here needs to be trimmed back again some more. And speaking of trimming, I think the smoke tree, which is the bed that those plants are in, has some wayward branches I need to trim off. I need to purchase a looper for that task. I don't own one now, a lopper, so I can cut those off. This red china or tea rose is about 30 years old. It's really got a few issues: black spots, powdery mildew, it's overly bushy. I did give it some 3-in-1 fertilizer and sprayed it with some neem oil earlier to address those issues. Now I think I just need to trim it and get rid of the dead, diseased, and crossing branches. I'm really a novice at this, so fingers crossed. I do think that since it blooms on new wood and it's done its bloom for the year, maybe I could just cut it all back, but okay. And here's my Japanese anonymous shrub. I have one that's doing good and one that's not doing so good. I dug these up earlier from this area under the windowsill, both of them, and planted them in these beautiful pots. And as you can see, this one, it's doing okay. It's taking pretty well, but its cousin isn't doing as well. I'm not sure. I've sprayed it with neem oil. I've given it fertilizer, extra water. I don't know. It could have decided to expire on me. Although there are a few green leaves still. I guess I could scratch the trunk here, do a test. I don't know if that's not green or what that means, but I'll just continue and see what fares. I hope it works. If not, I'll put a lemon tree in here, a dwarf lemon tree. Or I also have an olive tree that I could put in here. Gardening is always an experiment. But this Italian cypress, it needs trimming. It's got some wayward branches as well. It's also been in my yard for over 30 years. I personally have not been gardening for 30 years. I did have a gardening service help me with things when I had full lawn. And this foxtail asparagus looks good. I've got actually 4 of these in hanging pots, and they're all doing well. And carrying on here, these are my Cybold plantain hosta. I moved them here because they were in an area where they were getting a little too much sun. As you can see, some of the leaves are scorched, and I'll probably need to cut those away because they're not going to come back all green. But this area here is that we're standing in is my secret garden. I've always wanted a secret garden. I've admired them in other people's gardens. I don't really have a great place for on my property for one, so I adapted this spot and kind of like enclosed it a little bit with the trellis here, and gives me the effect or the illusion of a secret garden. Ah, there she is, the peahen, on her way to my agave bed. Yep. Well, nope, she's seen me, so now she's running off. Good. I don't know what it is about them. I think they're finding grubs there and digging those up and eating them. I guess peahens eat grubs. But one last look over at this side, and then we'll go over across the driveway and look into the other side. This bird bath needs water, but I've been finding that this has been a source of water for the wild turkeys, so I haven't been putting water there as much. Like I'm saying, I'm trying to discourage them. This is my bird of paradise bed. It hasn't bloomed in a long time. Also looks like something's been digging here too. I need to put some critter worry there as well. And our nice little bench, we can sit and relax here. And this is one of the 3 heuchera that I have. This is a crevice alum root heuchera. I need to probably trim away some of the spent blooms. And this is a primrose, and it's been eaten by some kind of bug, which is why I put the diatomaceous earth on it too. And some of it's kind of getting like sluggy, so I'll clean that away. Another heuchera that needs to get some of the dead leaves cleaned away. It also has the diatomaceous earth, as well as this one. And this one's blooms look good. These other 2 blooms, stalks, I probably need to just cut them away at this point. They're sort of spent and not adding much interest, and probably just taking energy unnecessarily from the plant. And another primrose that I need to clean away. Here's my pink jasmine, and she needs water, looks like. I think she hasn't been getting enough water, so I'll give her a good drink, and then I'll trim away some of the dead leaves here. And these are lurathons. They're doing healthy, if that's how, I'm not sure the pronunciation. But there's some August moon hosta. They have some trimming I need to do on some damaged leaves. And now I've got my fixes in mind, things I need to address. And I've decided out of all of the things, there's 3 category things. And here's the list of what I'm going to be taking on. This is my bench I'll be using today. This is a stool or a kneeler or a stool. Here's my bucket with my towel, and another bucket that I'll be using for gathering the branches. And I also have my shears here and my cleaning cloths to clean after each use from one to another. So it's my bucket. I keep everything in here, so at the end of my time, I just bring it all in, and I won't end up losing stuff in the yard. So as I mentioned, there are 3 categories of things I'm going to address in today's video. The rest I'll keep on my list, and as time and budget and know-how presents, I'll resolve it then. But right now I have all the tools I need to get started, and I can move forward. So now I've finished all the things on my list that I wanted to do: trimming and watering the jasmine, trimming and watering the China rose, and trimming the heuchera, hosta, and the primrose. So the China rose is looking better, but as I mentioned, I'm not an expert on roses. I probably would have been fine just trimming it all down to the ground, because I think it's bloomed for this season. But I like the green foliage, so anyone know more that I should do or could advise me, I'm very open to getting information. I need more knowledge on this. So thank you so much. If you could put those ideas or suggestions, comments in the comment section. And these are all the spent leaves here that came off of this rose bush. But I think it looks better. So we'll take a look at the other items that I took care of as well. By comparison, this rose is just really outperforming, doing so lovely. I do still need to stake these up though, because they're going to probably get top heavy. They're just on one cane going straight up, the one in the middle, and the other ones are leaned over, so they could all use some sort of support, I think. I thought about eventually putting them on this trellis, but I'm still weighing whether or not I really want that look or not. Now onto the other side of the front garden. So I can show you that I've trimmed all the dead leaves that I could off of this jasmine, this pink jasmine. And I gave her a good drink. So hopefully she peps up and starts looking like her beautiful self. And I've trimmed off some dead leaves off of this heuchera. Trimmed off dead leaves off of this primrose. They're looking much better. Took the bloom stalks off of this heuchera as well as dead leaves. And also cleaned off a lot of dead mochi leaves from this primrose. And the bloom stalks are gone as well as dead leaves from this one. I trimmed about some of the sun scorched off of these two hosta, but not a lot, but some. They look better though. And that's pretty much it on my list. Rechecking to see if I see any more ant activity, and I don't, which is a good thing. Loving this new addition. I haven't had this lily in my yard for long, but she's pretty. I like these pops of red. Another fix that I did that I didn't list earlier was that I was noticing lots of webbing on my pots over here. So I did knock those down, and now I'm just spraying them with some WD-40, which I have heard is a good source for keeping spider webs off of your plants. It makes it hard for them to build their webbing because it slides right off. So I'm gonna see. Learned that from YouTube. Fingers crossed, it works for me. Well, that's gonna do it for this video. If you found the contents of this video enjoyable, please click the like button. And I hope to see you in my next video. And I hope that all your garden dreams come true.